Okay. Let's go to the application ng integral calculus, which is yung una, yung area bounded by two curves. So let's say, meron tayong dalawang curve. Let's say, ito yung isang unang curve, pangalawa. Kasi ito yung maging y and x to. So from here, kung gusto mong kunin yung area bounded by the curve, dapat may boundary line. So ito yung mga boundary lines to. Finding out the area of this bounded by the curve, gagamitan lang natin siya ng rectangular strips. No? Let's say gawa ko ng rectangular strip sa gitna of differential length. So since along x tayo, yung length nito is dx. Okay? So that is, pag sinabi yung dx, very small strip. Okay? So yan yung dx, and then para makuha yung differential area, meaning yung area nito, okay, ng rectangle na yan, maliit na area yan, di ba equal lang dapat yan sa length times width by definition? Area is the length times width. Meron na akong length width na lang. Kunin natin. So with reference dito sa x-axis, di ba ito na portion is basically x, y should be here, top. Okay? Y value to. Tapos itong nasa baba, in reference sa x, this is y bottom. So since kailangan ko yung length na yan, this is basically the y top minus y bottom. So from here, length times width lang. Solve ko yung differential area. Yun yung y top minus y bottom times d of x. Kaso, yung area lang nito yung nakuha mo. Kung gusto mo yung buo, i-integrate mo. Diba another definition ng integration is summation. So that refers to the summation of all rectangular strips sa loob. So magiging integral ng dA, di ba area na yan? So integral ngayon to ng y top minus y bottom. This should be d of x. So yan yung unang area ng bounded by the curve formula. Another one, let's say yung curve mo nakaganito. Ito yung unang curve, ito yung pangalawa. So ito yung y and still x. Okay? So kunin ko yung area bounded nito. Gawa na ako ng boundary line. So this should be y pala kasi ito yung x. So gawa ko ng boundary line dito. So kunin ko yung area bounded dito. So ang gawin ko, gawa ulit ako ng rectangular strip. Okay? So yung rectangular strip na yan, yung length na to is basically, kasi along sa y, differential y. So maliit yan na value ng y. So getting now the differential area na to, that is kailangan ko ng length and width. So length na lang. So from here, notice, galing dito, papunta sa y, ito yung tinatawag kong x right. Okay? X value to na nasa right side. On the other hand, ito is basically the x ng left side. So that means yung distance na to is just this minus this. So that's x right minus x left. So meron na akong length times width, meron na akong differential area. So maging x right minus x left to times y. Kaso ang kailangan ko yung buong area na to. So i-integrate ko. So from here, meron na akong area bounded by the curve formula, another one. That's x right, x left. This should be dy. So from here, use these two formulas whenever convenient sa bracket. Okay? So, paki-absorb, let's have an example para ma-absorb to. So let's have this one. Sabi dito, find the area bounded by this curve. No? Nagsabi siya na y squared is 4x. Tapos yung isa is y plus 2x is 12. So, area bounded by the curve. Tapos tinatanong yung centroid. So, unahin ko muna yung area bounded. So, notice ang area bounded, that is an application ng integral calculus. Pag application ng integral calculus, ito yung tandaan nyo para madali. Yung, para hindi kayo malito, tandaan nyo yung GPS. Okay, di ba pag nalilito ka GPS na mapa? So, una mong gawin, pag application ng integral calculus, i-graph mo. Graph natin ito. So, let's say ito yung y, ito yung x-axis ko. And then, this is basically the graph of a parabola kasi yung y lang yung may square dyan. So, from here, para mag-graph yan, standard equation ko. So, magiging y minus 0 squared is now equals to 4 times x minus 0. Which means yung vertex ng parabola to is 0, 0. So, let's say ito yung vertex niya. And then, y yung squared, so meaning may positive, negative y ako. So either pag ganito yung graph ng parabola or kabila. Now since positive yung 4, open sa the right. So nag-graph ko na yung parabola. Yung isa, yung y plus 2x is 12. Basically, equation to ng line. So, para mag-graph to, gawin kong y is mx plus b. So, from here, nag-intersect yung line sa positive 12. Let's say, ito yung positive 12. And then, yung slope is negative, so inclined to the right. So, pag ganito yung line. Nakita? So, nag-graph ko na yung parabola and line. So, after mo mag-graph, next is the points of intersection. Kasi points of intersection, that is ng dalawang graph, which is, diba, ito yon, tsaka ito. Yan yung magiging boundary ng integration mamaya. So, kunin natin yung point of intersection. Now, to find for the point of intersection of any curve, ang gawin mo lang, you just relate the two equation simultaneously. So, pwede mo kunin yung y, pasok mo doon, or kunin mo yung x, dito, pasok dito. Yan ngayon yung magiging points of intersection nila. Or sa algebra, yun yung solution ng dalawang equation. So, from here, kunin ko, tawagin ko itong equation number, let's say, ito si 1. Tapos ito yung equation number 2. Ang gawin natin, yung y, isubstitute ko sa equation 1. Substitute natin. So, magiging negative 2x plus 12 squared to is equals na to 4x. Agree? So, from here, pwede kong expand, magiging 4x squared. Tapos, magiging negative 24 times 2, 48x plus 144 is 4x. And then, simplifying, 4x squared minus 52x plus 144 equals to 0. And then, pwede ba natin i-divide ng 4 lahat? 52 divided by 4, ano yan? 13. Na? So, magiging pwedeng both sides by 4, magiging x squared is minus 13x plus 144 over 4. Ano siya? 12? 144 over 4. 36. So, 36 yan equals to 0. So, from here, factor ko lang, na kasi quadratic to dalawang roots. So, this should be x minus 9. Tapos, x minus 4 is 0. No? X squared minus 4 minus 9, negative 13x, then positive 36. So that means x is 9, equate mo sa 0 para makuha yung roots. X is basically 4. So yan ngayon yung points of intersection niya. When x is 9 is 4, so substitute ko, when x is 9, balik ko dito, ano yung y? Negative 6. How about when x is 4? Balik mo dyan, ano ngayon yung y? Y is 4. So that means ito yung ating mga points of intersection. Plot ko dito. So that is basically 9, negative 6. So 9, tapos baba, negative 6. So ito yung 9, negative 6. And then yung 4, 4 ito. So from there, meron na tayong, nag-graph ko na, points of intersection. Yung s dito is solve. Pag sinabi mong solve, pagdating sa integration, maraming formulas tayo. May area, may centroid, may volume, may surface revolution. So kung ano yung formula na kailangan sa problem, gamitin. So ang tanong mo dito, area bounded. So, area tayo. So kunin ko yung area bounded. So dalawa yung formula niya. Y top minus y bottom. Pag y, this should be d of x. Or integral na x right minus x left. This should be d of y. Either of the two, yung pwedeng magamit or both. So check natin. Ang consideration paggamit ng formulas na to is dapat pag humahanap ka ng strip, pwedeng vertical or horizontal, dapat yung mahit ng dalawa is different graph. Okay? So check natin dito. Notice yung paggamitin ko si vertical strip on this side. Notice ang mahit lang ng vertical strip is isang equation along this side, which is yung parabola. Hindi pwede yan. So, pag na-hit, kasi di ba y top minus y bottom, kasi y nito is the same, bottom is the same. Pag i-minus mo yun, 0. So, hindi pwedeng isang equation ang ma-hit. So, hindi pwede yung vertical strip, which is y top, y bottom. Try ko yung horizontal strip. Pag gamitin ko si horizontal strip, notice at all points, may hit niya two different graph. So, ang pwede lang sa problem na to yung x right, x left. Gamitin ko sa x right, x left. So that is integral now of x right minus x left. This should be d of y. So check natin, sino ba yung x right dito? So yung x right is basically lang line. Ang x ng line from this equation, pwede kong i-transpose, no? So maging y minus 12. So x now is y minus 12. And then over negative 2. Nakikita? Yan yung x right. Yung nasa x left, yung na-hit is parabola. Which is for this case is magiging x, or eto yon, y squared over 4. Yan yung x nasa left. So from there, substitute ko lang, area now is equals to integral of x right, which is ito. This is y minus 12 over negative 2 minus x left, that's y squared over 4. This should be dy. From here, limit of integration kasi dy to, that is pinakamaliit na y. Ano yung pinakamaliit na y sa boundary? That is negative 6. Ang pinakamalaking y is positive 4. So from there, ano ngayon yung area bounded by this curve? Ano yan? 125 over 3 or in decimal 41. So 41.67. Di same na iba? Yes. So from here, unit squared. Yan ngayon yung area bounded ng curve. Ano? So okay na tayo sa area bounded by the curve. Tama? Ang next na tanong is yung location ng centroid. Para makuha yung centroid, that is basically ang ginagamit natin dito, Varigno's theorem. Yung concept ni Varigno's theorem is that the moment total is equal lang sa sum of the parts. So pag centroid, ito yung formula natin. That is the total now is integral now of, it should be area. The total is the area times x bar is now equals to the sum of the parts. Integral lang ang differential area, yun yung mga parts, times z of x. Tapos kung kailangan mo naman si y, copyhin mo lang yan. That's the total, and then the sum of the parts, dy times zy. So yan yung mga formulas ng centroid natin. So ang gawin ko, unahin ko muna yung x. Na, solving now for x, that is for this case, that's area x bar, is equal lang sa integral ng differential area times z of x. Now, para makuha to, kailangan mo lang mahanap yung tatlo. Ito, tsaka ito. So si area walang problema kasi nasolve mo na to una. Yan yung 41.67 units squared. Tapos si differential area, wala din problema. Kasi yung di ba yung integral differential area, ito yun. Itong buo. Makikita? So okay tayo nito. So para makuha si x bar, ang kailangan mo lang makuha dito yung z of x. Paano ngayon kunin si z of x? Now, si z of x, para mahanap, ito gawin mo. Kunin mo yung centroid ng strip na kinonsider mo, which is horizontal tayo. Now, yung centroid ng strip, galing sa centroid ng strip to the reference line, which is a y. Ito ngayon yung z x. The z along x. Okay? Reference nito is yung centroid ng strip to the y or x axis. For this case, the zx is this. So, para makuha yung zx na yan, eto yan, which is, kunin natin to. Di ba alam ko galing dito sa y, papunta dito, ang tawag natin dito x left. So, from here, x left yung dulo na to. This is x left. So, zx is basically yun yung x left. I-add ko lang yung distance na to. Which is yung distance na to, di ba alam natin kanina, dito is x right minus x left, yung gitna nito. Di ba ito si x right minus x left. Buo. Kung gusto mong gitna, i-divide mo by 2. So, x left now is x right minus x left. I-divide mo lang by 2. Yan na ngayon si zx. So, from there, meron na akong zx. Kung i-simplify mo yan, the zx here, ito yung mga formula usually nasa book. Now, di ba ito 2, LCD tayo, magiging 2 lahat to, LCD, 2 divided by 1 times XL, 2 XL. I-add ko ngayon sa x right, ibawas ko sa x left. So So from here, magiging notice, magiging x right to plus x left over 2. Ito yung formulas na usually nasa CX. Pwedeng x right plus x left over 2 or y top plus y bottom over 2. So for this case, ito yung lumabas. So meron akong ZX. X right is this, x left is this. Pwede ko lang ibalik dito, meron na akong x bar. Agree? So gawin natin. So doing that one, magiging 41.67. This should be x bar. It's now equals to integral differential area, ito. So magiging y minus 12 over negative 2 minus y squared over 4, kopyahin ko lang yan, times x right plus x left over 2, which is parang ito pa rin yan.